Hello everyone. So my Patreon supporter Anuja had submitted three of her works. She wanted some suggestions, some feedbacks on this work in order to improve her drawings, and I took upon this opportunity to do some paint overs and to give her some feedback. So when I look at this image, there were few places where I thought it could be improved. When I look at the image, I was confused. What were these lines? I was confused about this part. Is it a leg or is it a sleeper? It was confusing and it was difficult to see if the lady was sitting or standing and what was she actually doing. Oh, are these vegetables or flowers? So minor details like those. And also the hand. The thumb is similar in length to the index finger. Those were the things I thought can be improved upon. And to get my point across more clearly, if I look at the image in black and white, after the darkest part of the image, which is here, the second darkest part is the slippers. All the non important elements should not be given so much contrast, so much depth and detail. And this is what I came up like working with some elements. Like I tried to give some depth and define the elements near the lady, and I wanted to give a structure on which she was sitting. And also, obviously, this can still be improved. I have given around 10 minutes to each of the drawing. It's really less time to work with all these things. And they told me that this is a stool because the lady was small in height. She was using the stool to balance herself on the ground while she was sitting. At the first impression, I thought this is doormat or something. So then I improved this stool by giving it proper shape. And to balance out the image, I added this basket, this suggestion of some flower inside it. And to make it more interesting, I cut out the slipper. It's outside the frame. So these were the little details. And obviously, I've added more details here and there, like the feet. In the next one, in this image, I was confused what's in this ball or basket. Is it rice, ball of rice, or is it flour? I've tried to add some depth to the basket, which has some flowers. And I also thought that the image has a weird composition in the front. It should be extended. The table should be extended. So that's what I have done. I've extended the table and added more petals of the flower. So keeping in mind about the physics of life and how things closer to us look bigger and things far away from us look smaller. So to add those key elements, key principles from life, I've added more flowers which are closer to us, a bit bigger in shape in comparison to the flowers in the background. I've added shadows and highlight to these flowers. I wanted to keep the hand in the frame. I've added it on the top of it. Again, the thumb was similar in length to the index finger, so I fixed that as well. I added highlights to the necklace she is wearing, added some earrings, defined the depth of the hair, added highlights in the eyes. So the idea for these suggestions are that minute changes can sometimes make a lot of difference to our work. So be mindful about those things. For example, these bangles, they are just lines at this moment. So I've just added some curve to add some depth, to add some reality in this work. And it's okay to play and stylize your work, but once you base your work from realism, you can stylize and experiment and explore more confidently in those aspects. For the last one, this was the piece, and I thought there were some places where things can be improved, like this. I was confused. Is the guy balancing his feet on his tiptoe? The sword was looking like a cardboard cutout. This point was distracting me. I thought this could be improved. This place, these details, I thought it was less intent. There is less intent in this part. This was, I felt the part of this jacket was floating around, and this part of hair was taking too much of my attention, and the face could do with some more details. And also the jewelry piece, I thought I can add some more depth so that it does not look like it's a sort of printed on the cloth itself. So this is what I did. This is before, this is after. So minute details here and there. I've repositioned the hand and work on the sword a bit. I increase the size of the hand which is holding the sword. I've also worked on the fabric to give it some shine, some depth, and work on the creases, work on the shoes, work on the perspective of the shoes, improve the face of the person. We also added some shadows to the pearly jewelry, and I've added some more tiny details to the white fabrics of these designs. And this guy is wearing this cloth on his vest, so I've added depth to this cloth. That these are some paint overs I recently did, and this is first of many, I believe. And I hope these make sense. These are just suggestions. They are not some like hard and fast rules. They are just trial and error. But keeping these things in mind, keeping the physics in check, keeping the reference and the ideas from life in check, all the principles in check, keeping the gravity in mind, the creases, the fold, light, proportion, perspective. You can take parts of the image and think and ask, is this part working or not? Is it believable? At least for me, is it believable or not? So you can start by asking those questions and see if you get any answer. And usually you will get those answers.